I don't know if you caught it a few weeks ago when I said that I had a series of guests coming to help me work on the boat, but the first one was Gordo. He was here for about a week. The second one was my parents. And they actually were here for a couple of days, but something came up and we weren't able to get any work on the boat done, which is fine. The real bummer about that is that this is the list of stuff I was going to work on with my parents. Not very long, just a handful of little stuff. And once this list is done, I think the boat will be ready for a test launch, which means that if things had gone to plan, the boat would have already been on the water a couple weeks ago. Late September. If there was ever any hope of the boat spending any real time on the water this season, that's long gone. But I'm not giving up just yet on the idea of at least test driving this once before winter is totally here. And this list is really not that long, so I'm just gonna keep at it. I don't know why I put that off for so long. I'm glad it's done now. There's only 8 things on this list. 2 of them are just reminders to check something. A couple of them are optional. It's the rest of them that's gonna give me problems. Actually, most of them depend on having my motor installed, which I don't, and which I cannot do by myself. My neighbor just reminded me of a bunch more things I have to do before I can put this on the water. Not like projects, but sort of bureaucracy things. So who knows how long those are gonna take. But I'm gonna pretend I didn't realize that and just keep plugging ahead for now on the stuff I can control. So definitely one thing that absolutely has to be done before we can drive this trailer is to secure the boat to the trailer. And in order to do that, I need to install some hardware, which reminds me I should order a couple more pieces. But I do have one. For the winch to clip to on front. I don't know, seems like this should do the trick. Not sure which way you put it. So I cut these pieces of plywood to reinforce the spot where I put this, and now I'm just figuring out where I'm gonna put it exactly and how I'm gonna do it exactly. I mean, I honestly don't think it matters. I know the general location where I'm putting it. I don't think it matters that much. Specifically where it goes, I always overthink things when I have to drill a hole in my boat. So I guess it's gonna look a little something like that, except there's gonna be a boat right between here. I'm gonna drill a little hole in one of those spots, and then I guess at least I can still swivel the thing around to the other way if I hate the location. I don't know. I just don't really know what I'm looking for here. I can see daylight through there and I hate it. Really far back. I just looked at some photos for reference, and it does seem like mine's too far back. I think I'm gonna move it forward. It's a good thing I only did that one little tiny hole, because I think that should be pretty easy to fix. No turning back now. Just kidding. If I've learned one thing in the last few years, is that there's always turning back if necessary. Just might be kind of a pain in the hopefully that's fine. We all know I'm no expert, but that looks pretty acceptable. Crazy how something can go from dreadful and daunting to done if you just start working on it. Okay. So I only checked off half an item with that because I'm pretty sure I need to put more of those on the back. I don't have any. And I added another full item because now I need to patch the hole I drilled in the bottom. Cool. Making great time. I actually need a different router bit to finish that job. That one's a bit long and I don't have it. I'm trying this new thing of not just going to the store as soon as I need something and going 25 times a day. I was planning on painting the roof today. It's been looking threateningly cloudy, so I've been nervous to do it, but it looks like it's clearing up a little bit. So I kind of hate the white. It feels too white, like it's almost blue, it's so white. I almost wish I had done the same almond color that I did on the trailer. But it's fine, I'm sure I'll get used to it. Also, I don't really want to keep the paint the final look anyway. I have this vision of doing those cute little round shingles. If I can ever get my together enough to figure out how to do those. Obviously, I'm not equipped to do them right now or anytime soon. Also, I just barely told my neighbor about that idea. And he was like, are you sure you should have that much weight on the top of the boat? Which I didn't even think about, but yeah, obviously that's a concern. So we'll see, I guess. Doesn't matter, because for now it's just paint. Let's see if the white looks any less jarring, shall we? So white. Oh well. Time for coat number 2. Oh, it's just so harsh. I could just treat this as motivation to figure out how to faux shingle that sooner. Okay, what am I doing next? I feel like I want to get one more satisfying thing done today. But what? This actually isn't on the list, but I think it'll be satisfying, and more importantly, I think I'll be really glad that I did it once the motor's installed. Just dropped my camera, and I'm pretty sure I broke the lens for real this time. I wonder if I broke the whole camera. Oh yeah, that's a goner. Phone camera it is. I did not realize that silicone needed to dry for several days before painting, so obviously I'm not doing that today. But I do have one more thing I think I can get done. I stopped doing the routering yesterday because this bit is too long. It won't work with the angle of the hole. So I was gonna get a new one, but I can't find one that's shorter, either locally or online, which is, I mean, that tells me that I'm probably just searching the wrong thing. But anyway, I have an idea of how I can maybe sort of hack it. I just got so distracted. I thought I should use up the rest of this bottle. There's way more in here than I thought, so I just ended up siliconing like the whole roof. Does anyone remember? You'd have to be around a long time for this. That was not even close. When I was doing the bus roof, I used this exact same paint, burned my eyeballs because it was so bright. I don't know why I thought that was a cool story. Okay, router. Alright, well that was not the method I was planning on using, but I guess it works. Started this video off with 8 items on the list, pre-launch checklist. Now I have 8.5 items and a bunch of random stuff done. So we're gonna be on the water in no time at all.